900.
6. Things that might have happened.
I would have had a much better holiday if I had stayed home. I would have had a much better holiday if I had stayed at home.
What have you been doing since I saw you last time?
If I had got enough money yesterday, I would have bought that tape.
Looking back on it, I think I shouldn't have given up the contest so easily.
Had I taken a taxi, I wouldn't have been late.
Even if you take the exam again, you won't pass it.
Even if you had given him much more money, he might not have paid off the debt.
What would you have done if you hadn't gone out for a picnic yesterday?
I wish I had told him the truth.
I wish you hadn't cheated me.
If it had been fine, we would have gone to the park.
Would he have seen you if you hadn't waved to him?
You should have studied much harder.
I had thought about arguing with the teacher about that, but I didn't have enough courage.
I had thought about living with my grandparents when my parents went abroad last year.
7. Talking about likes and dislikes.
What's your favorite sport?
I like football best.
Football is my favorite.
Which do you prefer, fishing or mountain climbing?
Neither.
What do you like best, apples, pears, or bananas?
He's crazy about Michael Jordan.
She hates boxing.
She is sick of watching boxing.
She has good taste in clothes.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like collecting stamps.
I prefer tea to coffee.
What do you dislike most about this movie?
I would rather sleep than watch this movie.
8. Putting forward your own opinions.
You should take the advice of your teacher.
That's just what I was looking for.
It might be, I suppose.
Good try, but not quite right.
That's rather disappointing.
In my opinion, your new coat is not worth so much money.
Would you mind not spitting everywhere?
It's only a suggestion. You don't have to take it.
If you really want my advice, I don't think you should quit school.
Thanks for your advice, but I have to consider it myself.
He does not pay attention to anybody. You're wasting your time in persuading him.
I'm old enough to make up my own mind.
Your work seems not satisfactory.
What about your opinion?
I generally agree with you.
9. Asking for help.
Would you open the door for me, please?
With pleasure.
Would you mind opening the window?
Not at all.
I wondered if you could buy me some pencils.
Sure.
Would you be so kind as to lend me some money?
No problem. How much?
I hope I'm not bothering you.
I hope that will not cause you too much trouble.
I really appreciate your help.
I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Excuse me, would you give me a hand?
I'd be glad to help.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
10. Getting ready for a journey.
I have so many things to do before I leave.
I have to drop by the bank to get some money.
Traveler's checks are very convenient for long-distance travel.
Do you have anything to declare?
You have to apply for a passport in advance.
You don't have to pay any duty on personal belongings.
Make it an hour and a half. We have to get more food.
Shall we ask Betty to join us?
I put myself entirely in your hands.
Can you tell me the phone number of the inquiry office?
Do you like to take a local train or an express?
I have bought a ticket for a sleeper.
Have you reserved your ticket?
I would never have thought of it if you hadn't mentioned it.
I will see you off at the railway station.